These people going to tell me I need to stop talking about these things and bringing them up or exposing this stuff. And it's just like, no, what y'all need to stop doing is this lasciviousness. You need to stop doing this work that's not righteous, because it's not of Elohim. You don't get to treat society like they are a part of your fraternity and sorority hazing rituals and processes, or these like, oh, your secret society stuff, your secret group, your secret, oh, your side. No, silent majority. That, what a contradiction. Majority is not silent. Like anyway, but anyway, and you don't. That has no power and no authority over Elohim. Like, stop it. Stop that. Stop acting like it's somebody else, and that whole gaslight, that manipulation, those narcissism, those reprobate mind, those perverse spirits. Like, stop that stuff. Like, oh, well, you did this. No, you retaliated. No, I exposed the darkness of you choosing from the get-go to do unrighteousness, to do these things, and like, I work for the government, this and that. No, you don't have a right to do these things to people just because you want to know what's going on in their life, or you want to use information. It's not my fault if you didn't pay attention to your business classes in college. It's not my fault if you are not taking the time to read the scriptures for yourself, to learn, to understand, to know. You don't get to just steal from people just because you didn't do your part to learn, to seek, to know, to understand the Father. He said, seek, knock, and ask of him. Every person, take up your stake. You don't get to try to just steal from the storehouses just because you want insight or information or somebody's skills, talents, abilities, identity. Like, no, you don't just get to do that. Not the children of belief. And we don't associate with those who do such things. So no, I will not sit here and be quiet and hide and cover up your hazing behaviors, your the stranger danger behaviors. I don't keep company with that. We don't keep company with that. We don't want to be a part of that. We didn't ask to be a part of that. You did not have permission to follow us on any assignments or any of that stuff. Travels, none of it. Utilize information for the children of Elohim, for the children of doing wickedness? No. That's not what Elohim gives it for. And he will be over all, making sure what he enacts is righteous, right ruling. But I'm not going to be silent about those wicked things, because they don't come from the Father. And for those who don't know that, will be informed that that does not come from the Father. He does not do that. We don't support that. So we rebuke that. And we rebuke them. And we don't partake with that. And now, Father, continue, as we had already said, to allow your desires to be done on earth as in the Shema. And Yahushua Mashiach. Amen. Shalom.
Entering school zone.
No, we are not. We don't have no partakings, no dealings with that doo-doo. No doo-doo. None. You get people who are retaliating and all that kind of stuff, and other people when they say, you got to learn to let things go. Nah, yes, we've let things go. But why are these people... I'm not your friends. I don't interact with you. I don't talk with you. I don't do anything with you. I'm not a part of you. I don't want to receive things from you. And I already said that, and you know it. I didn't agree to receive stuff for your organizations and your black organizers groups and all those kinds of things. It was to see how you operated before I even recommended you to somebody else. And you already know that. I said, who operates like that? Come on, heterosexual, godly men, where do they operate like this? They're all around the world. Where do they operate like this? I'm like, why are these people acting like kitty? Like, oh my God. I was like, is this what they teach you in the Democrats or the Democrat plantation? or fake politics, or fake entertainment, to do these little like childish, it's not like even childish, it's like strange, like retaliation and fake intimidation tactics, or like kiddie game kind of stuff. Who does that? Who operates like that? Why do they teach y'all that to not have this critical thinking? I know that's a problem in the state of being, when you 46th in the nation, but in education, or if you went down, you went up. I know that is a problem in your education system, but where do they learn this stuff? They teach that on the plantation? Where are the heterosexual men of belief? Stop. Like, men who love Elohim, men of belief, do not operate like that. Men who have honor in Elohim don't act like that. That's not the word. You will never find a man in the Bible who operates that way. It's stranger danger. Those are reprobate. That is perverted towards what Elohim truly is. That's not godly, righteous belief. That's not of faith. That's not of Elohim. That's not the son of obedience. The sons of obedience all throughout history of Elohim, of belief of the true creator, do not represent those traits, feminine or otherwise. Because that's not how the Father is. The Father is not like that. So to be made in his image and do what we see the Father do, he doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. He provides clarity. He does not act, it's not even acting like little boys and little girls. It's like it's a reprobate, perverted system, structures, ways, operations, intimidations, like cattiness, like these other scripture, word, the living word made flesh, Elohim, the right arm, the right hand, the same. That's not the Father. That is not of the Father. Not of the Father. I pray for individuals. And it, just as well as you see the people on the streets nodding and bending over and doing these things in the cities, and in the towns and in the outskirts, I pray for them. Because that's not of the Father. That's not what he called of his creation. He didn't create the drug sorcery that has people doing that in those situations and under those circumstances. I mean, the people on the streets, and then the reprobate. That's not the mind of Hamashiach. He did not create that. It doesn't come from him. It doesn't come from him. Yahuah, you know what people need, and that is not it. You know who you are, and that is not it. You know what your revival desires and what your plans and your purpose and desire, and that is not it. That is not it. That is not it. You are the light of the world, Elohim. There is no darkness in you at all. None at all. None at all. Organizations and things that represent that's not Elohim. I know many people who have denounced being witches, denounced being masons, denounced being fraternities and sororities, because Elohim, the Father of life, instructed them to do so, and they were obedient to him. Instructed them not to partake in pharmakia, and they've been obedient. Those drug sorceries, and they are obedient to say no. You do not, Elohim. You desire people to be saved. You don't desire the creation to be in the roads and on highways and byways, under influence and under possession of sorcery, divination, rebellion, disobedience, drugs, none of that. It's not from you. You don't even desire people to be drunkards because you said even a drunkard, Father. Your revival includes cleanness. Cleanness. And for those who coerce and do these retaliations, intimidations, and things to try to put people in these situations and circumstances, the blood is on their hands. It's on their head. The one who put that on your people, your little ones, your people who you say will be saved. It's worse than to have a real stone wrapped around their neck, as you said. That blood is on their hands. You didn't call it to them. You did not call the people in your creation to that. You called it to your nature. Your nature, not the world. Narrow is the way. Many few that find it, but you desire all to be saved. Yahuah, you have your way on earth as it is in the Shemai. I know these days with your revelations of your word and your book and your truth says it shall be worse than the days of Noah. However, even when something looks like a beautiful, bright, sunny day, Father, your Ruah, there's things happening in the spiritual realm always, but your Ruah is above all of that. You are the highest authority. So rebuke the adversary and those things, those reprobates, and those principalities that try to wrestle with your people and overthrow and overtake your people. You know, people that have succumbed to those ways which represent the world and not Elohim, not the nature of Elohim, not the truth of Elohim, which is He is truth and He sets free. Yah is salvation. Have your way, Father. Yahushua Mashiach, come on.